Hello, welcome to Tammy the Carol Art for our 1000 and under collaboration. This is a chain pull technique. So this month we were challenged to do a technique and explain it to someone who had never done it. So the tips I'll be sharing with you are specifically around the chain pull technique. The first important tip is to tilt off all of your base coat as much as you can. And I shake my piece with the base coat on it really well to make sure I get as much off as I can. You can lay down your chains in multiple ways. This is one way to do it, one chain at a time. And the consistency of this paint is a medium consistency, so it does leave a trace, it does leave a tiny mound, but then it disappears. And I tried this with both a thin, a thick, and a medium consistency, so all three ways, and I found that the medium consistency paint worked a little bit better. The thicker paints, there was too much base paint left on the canvas, even though I tilted a lot. And on the thinner paints, it worked, but the chain design kind of melted into the base paint. So I found that this medium consistency was really the most effective at keeping the details of the chain, but not pooling too much paint on the canvas. So I created a couple of different chain pull pieces in this video, just to show you what some of your options are. This is working on a round canvas and pulling the chain from the center outward. And there are also options to lay down all of your chains and pull them at one time. I'll show you that as well. Some tips on chains. So you can buy chains in different sizes. In other words, the ball chain is what you're going to be looking for on Amazon, and the ball chain can be different sizes. So the bigger size, which is what I'm using here, tends to create a little bit more variation and depth than the smaller size ball chain. And I would encourage you to experiment with that on the different sizes. That may be something that I do in the future. Also, experiment with how you lay your chains down. You can see that with my paint colors I'm putting on the chain, I put it down on a scrap piece of paper, and I dip the chain each time into those colors. Here's an example of that. And I learned that got just the right amount of paint on the chain without being too much. In one of the videos later, I actually put the paint down into a little tray and completely cover the chain. And when I did that, I discovered that I kind of have to hold the chain up and let it drip off a little bit before I pull it, or before I put it on my canvas, because it got too much paint on the chain. So, there's a lot of opportunities here for improvement and experimentation. I'm teaching this class in Southwest Florida in a few weeks, so I wanted to experiment with a couple of different ways of doing it, so that I could teach this with the right consistency and the right size chain. I do think that putting the paint on the cardboard and kind of rolling the chain through that was more effective at controlling the amount of paint that my chain had on it. And also it gave me better detail from the chain pull than flooding everything in a tray. But I do show you both of those options. And just a quick thank you to August from August Acrylics for hosting our 1000 and under and being our guest artist for this month and this challenge to explain a technique. I really enjoy being part of the 1000 and below group collaboration, and I have hit my 1,000 subscribers, so I am graduating this month, though I still may be involved in the group to some extent, giving tips to folks and helping out. And I really just try to go and support all the new artists that come into the group as well. And I would love it if you click on the playlist link and do that also. The purpose of the 1,000 and Below group is for people who have less than 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, and we're all trying to grow our YouTube channels. So it doesn't mean you won't see me in collaborations. I'm still part of other collaborations. It just, I'm graduating from this group, so won't be in these collaborations after this month. And I'm going to put on some music and let you enjoy the rest of this video. Just wanted to pop in and explain the technique and opportunities for you to experiment. And then also, to thank the 1,000 and Below group and all of the great mentors in that group that have graduated, like August, Janice, Kelly from Viral Art. We've got a lot of people who continue to stay engaged and involved in the group that have graduated already. And also, I want to thank Bill Roberson because he's going to graduate this month as well. So we're both pretty excited to be on that list of graduates. Thank you, and if you have questions, please feel free to put them in the comments. Also, let me know if there's any new videos you'd like to see or new things that you want to see in future videos from me. Thank you, and I appreciate your time today. Don't forget to like, subscribe if you haven't already, comment, let me know what you'd like to see out there, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. Thank you.